Konnichiwa, Boku wa Rafael desu. And kore wa Samsung Galaxy Note Sang desu. This thing is from 2013 and this is one of the most coolest thing I've ever seen. It's a retro piece of tech and it feels pretty good to hold this in my hand. Now this thing has a 5.7 inch AMOLED display. It's a Super AMOLED display and this thing cost me only $25 for a Super AMOLED display. This thing is 5.7 inch and it's 1080p by something I forgot, but yeah, it's a pretty good display. Look at this. There you go. This is its display and the color output on this is pretty nice. Now, what does it run? This thing has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 chipset and it's pretty fast. This thing comes in 3 variants. It has 3GB RAM and the ROM you would get in 3 versions like 16GB, 32GB and 64GB maybe. Now my variant is Snapdragon 3GB RAM and 32GB ROM and this thing is pretty low on storage, but yeah, it's still pretty good and it's still pretty fast. Now this thing comes with a battery of 3200 mAh. It's pretty huge for back then in 2013. It has 2 cameras, a front camera and a rear camera. The rear camera is a 13 megapixel sensor, which is this one over here, and the front camera is this one. Now the 13 megapixel rear camera could shoot 4K video in 30 fps, which was pretty cool in 2013 because most of the phones weren't able to shoot anything like this. I'm going to show you all some photos or play some videos to let you guys know how the camera works. And the front camera is a 2 megapixel sensor, which is kind of decent. Now both the cameras I would not suggest anyone to use in 2024. And another thing of it, this thing comes with this kind of charging port, and it's a pretty weird port. It has 2 ports. One is a data port and another is its original charging port. Now the charging port is the micro USB and the data port is kind of square. I don't know what kind of port is this or what kind of USB fits on this, because I only use a micro USB to charge and nothing else. This also comes with a pen. There you go, this one. This thing has hovering capability. Look, this thing is pretty crazy for a pen from 2013 to do this kind of ability. Yeah, I really love it. Now this thing does not have cellular capability because it's pretty old and I don't know what happened to its SIM card slot. I don't know if the micro SD card slot work or not because I haven't tried that. I only tried the SIM card slot and nothing registers. No kind of network, no kind of SIM could run on this. And yeah, this thing does run on Wi-Fi and you could also use Bluetooth on this. And I did download a few things on this, like some games, the YouTube Studio app, the YouTube Music app, Spotify, etc. You can't run YouTube on this. Let me show you. This is the YouTube app. There you go. See, they tells you to install something, but when I try to install it, wait, let's see what happens. Can it install? Because I have already done a factory reset on this and there you go. This app is no longer compatible with your device. Contact the developers for more info. There, it's written over there. See, this won't work on my phone because it's pretty old and there are a lot of updates that YouTube had over the last few years, and this thing is actually around 13 years old. 13 years old is a lot for a phone, but having an AMOLED display and this large of a display gives it a very good example, a very good advantage to work in 2024, but I would not want to use it in 2024. I would just use it as a vintage leisure device to like pass some time with it. This thing also have two capacitive buttons here and here. There you go. This button lights up, this does not. Here are its volume rocker, and here is its power button. This thing is literally like those old phones from 2013, and yeah, it is from 2013. So whatever, this thing comes with Android 4 point something, which is maybe Jelly Bean, I forgot, and you could update it up to Android 5 point something, but my device cannot take any more update because it's totally up to date. And this display is covered with a Gorilla Glass 3, which is pretty cool for back then, and this thing does have some kind of protection from drop, and yeah, it's pretty good. I've done a gaming test on this and games run pretty smooth, but this thing gets hell of hot. It becomes so hot that you could cook an egg on this, literally. Now this thing came with this weird looking crazy back shell or something, maybe. What can I call it? I don't know, because this thing is pretty weird. I can call it the battery cover, because this thing also had a leather like cover for the front display, and that got torn off. This thing also had some kind of leather like texture, which I scraped off because it was pretty filthy and it was literally coming off. So I scraped it off and cleaned it up with isopropyl alcohol. Now the back looks like this. It's pretty cheap looking, and it also feels pretty cheap, because maybe it's because of the aging or maybe something else. But yeah, holding this in my hand is pretty premium. I just love it because it has a pretty solid build quality. Even my iPhone 4S cannot achieve whatever this achieved, because you can literally download anything on that phone. I'm right now using this as a torch. The iPhone 4S, one of the most iconic phone of this decade. What the hell? Whatever, you could also use it as a torch or anything else. The thing also comes with this little indicator over here, which, there you go, it light up and it gives you notifications, charging, what can I say, when the phone is close to dying, the battery is close to dying, it gives you that notification. And there are also a few other things this thing can do, which is pretty cool. But nowadays no phones come with this kind of battery indicator or any kind of indicator, because I don't know why. They should, I guess, include it. This thing has this physical home button, which is pretty nice, and it felt pretty nostalgic because I've already used a Samsung Galaxy S3 Mini and also a Samsung Galaxy Tab 4, which is maybe from around 2015, and I loved it. I love the device. I used to use it all the time, and it has this huge screen, and I love to play Clash of Clans on it and watch YouTube on it. It was pretty nice, and my first YouTube channel was started on the Tab, but currently the Tab is gone. It's roast. So yeah, I'm not using it anymore. It's like a showpiece now. I still have it, but I definitely want to fix it. But if I talk about this, maybe I should fix it, and I really want to put a skin on this because this thing looks hideous. But yeah, other than that, everything of it is good and I love it, except for this discoloring of the side of it. This, I think this is a metal rail. The color is coming off. I don't know if it's a plastic or a metal, a polished plastic or a metal, who knows. This thing also comes with a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is pretty nice, because most of the phones that people buys now, even the mid-range ones, they don't have this headphone jack, which is pretty inconvenient. The thing also comes with this air blaster, but I don't know what to do with it because I have never used a phone with an air blaster. But yeah, it's still nice, and I would still keep it as a collection. I'd love to keep this, and I really want to grow the collection. So there you go. This iPhone. What the hell? Why did I say iPhone? The Samsung Galaxy S3 Mini from 2013. I just love it. And the starting that I did is in Japanese, and I'm currently trying to learn Japanese. So if I made a mistake, please comment and try to fix me. And maybe that's all. There you go. This device, which is pretty nice, which is pretty cool, and it also comes with an AMOLED display in 2013. That's all. Kite kurete arigato. Peace. This is recorded on the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and I just recorded this to show you all the video quality of it. The like 4K 30 FPS thing of it. I know it's not that good because in 2024 the cameras are much better, but yeah, I think would still record in 4K 30 FPS, and it's pretty good for 2013. Whatever. Thanks for watching, and hope you all know what the camera quality is. Peace.